or something like that, some of those distances. Wendy-Fair St Leger final now, the big one on the night, £10,000 to the winner, and quite an unusual favourite here in Thin Times, really unfancied at the start of the competition, but had shown some blistering early pace, had been leading by sort of 3 or 4 lengths at the split on the first time round, and was made the 2-to-1 favourite on the night. But watch out, unfortunately, for the first bend here at Wembley.
They're running then for the 1992 St Leger. Thin Times just heads the pack up, but as they go into that first bend, there's been trouble, and Air Mount Flash takes full advantage of that. Thin Times was involved in that balking at that first bend. Grace Road goes off in pursuit. Racing in third is Mount Leader Cruise, but surely no catching Air Mount Flash. A very strong greyhound over 655 metres here at Wembley, and he's out in front. Air Mount Flash some 5, maybe 6 lengths clear from Grace Road. Then comes Mount Leader Cruise. After these come Thin Times, Westmead Darky getting in the action too as they come round the second last bend. It's Air Mount Flash who's going to win this year's St Leger, sponsored by Wendy Fair yet again. A great performance here from Air Mount Flash, taking full advantage of the trouble at the first bend. Grace Road was second.
Yes, 5 into 1 won't go at that first bend, and the only railer in the field, Air Mount Flash, took full advantage. Afterwards, the Greyhound Month had a word with the connections. I'm joined now by the 2 lucky Jims, Jim Morris here on the left, and Jim Gibson, of course, the trainer. Jim, a fairy tale for you in your first year as an NGRC trainer.
It is. Dream come true.
Did you really expect it come this morning?
I don't lie, you said it. I expected to win tonight.
So obviously you were helped by a bit of crowding at the first bend, but how did you see the race after that?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I just rated him through the competition. When all the wide seeds were... It was the only one railer. I thought I had a good chance. And the going's come for me tonight as well. You know, it's dried up a bit, so I thought I had a good chance.
There's been a lot of talk about it going throughout the competition. Did it really affect him that much?
No, I don't think it did. He wasn't right. He wasn't race fit the first time. He'd been rested up for 17 days. Solely just for this. That's what Jim wanted, and that's what he's got.
So since he was brought into sales for 8,500, was it? It was 8,000, I believe. What's he done since then? Because he hasn't really made too big an impression till now.
He had an horrendous injury for about 4 months, which sidelined him for 4 months. And then he went to Sunderland. Was it Sunderland? Yeah, Sunderland. Wembley. And just trialling on Bellevue. That's it.
Obviously, you've got to let it sink in, but what are his plans now?
Holiday, I think. He's worked hard. That's up to Jim. Jim decides where he wants him to go.
And Jim Morris, you're well known for your big spending antics in the greyhound racing world. Certain Way, probably your most famous dog before this one. How would you rate Air Mount Flash amongst the other dogs you know?
Well, Air Mount Flash, I mean, he's run well throughout the competition. I would disagree a bit with Jimmy. He was hampered in one of the races here when it was flooded, and he managed to get through. And after that race I talked about it with Jimmy, and I said we're going to win it straight from that moment, because I just thought he was going to. I have never had any doubt about it. I bought the dog of Brian Harrison. He recommended it to me. He actually phoned me at work when it was on the sale. He said buy the dog. I never saw it run, I never looked at it. Took Brian's recommendation, and that was it. That's the result of it tonight. Like Jimmy said, the dog's been rested up for a good while, and he's not really raced, so that's why you haven't seen anything of him. But we knew what he was like. You know, that was the main thing.